Step 2. Let's try and memorize what their qualities are, because that helps us out a lot. Okay, so I want you to take what we just learned there, and we're going to practice this. I think I'm going to turn like this. So we have major chords, minor chords, and diminished chords, and we're just talking about triads. Later we might get into seventh chords, but right now you have to learn triads. So which ones of these are major and which ones of these are minor? So the power chords are major. That's 1, it's the tonic, 5, the dominant, and 4, the dominant from below. Those are all major. So let's find those. Tonic, dominant, and subdominant. These are the ones that are major. Okay? Good? And I hope it's good. If you remember that. 1s and the dominants, above and below, are the power chords. They exert a major force in music. They're major triads. If you don't know what major triads are, go look in the Learning Your Chords playlist. This should also be in there, and you'll find a sequence of things explaining what triads are. You're out of order if that's the case. What is it? All the other ones are minor. So that would be like 2 and 6 and 3, except remember how the leading tone had a special name for it? It's also got a special quality. It's diminished. Okay? So if you were to spell, like for instance in the key of C, BDF, it's 3 half steps plus 3 half steps, it's diminished. Okay? So dominant, major, up and above, dominant and subdominant and tonic, major chords. All the other ones, 2, 3, and 6, are minor, okay? Except diminished is the 7 chord, okay? And now we use these words interchangeably with scale degree numbers, and we remember their qualities of chords. And so right after this video, I'll make a quick analysis of a simple chorale and or a simple just piece of music, and we'll use these names, but then we'll also use remember their qualities to help us sort of understand ahead of time what there's a major chord or a minor chord or diminished. Let's practice one time, and then you can do this. All right, so I'm going to shuffle these up. We're going to go through this twice. All right, we're going to turn over a card, and then we're going to remember what number the name means, and then we're going to place it in its quality. Okay, all right, so turning over a card. Tonic. Tonic means 1, the 1 chord, scale degree 1, and it's a power chord. It's on the major right there, okay? It's a major triad. Subdominant, maybe I didn't shuffle these up very well. Subdominant is the dominant below. It's 5 down, so that's a 4 chord, right? You can also just remember if you want that it's below the dominant, so it's 4, but that's not how it's actually defined. It's also a power chord, right? Strong fist, okay? It's a major chord. This one here, well, it's not tonic, and it's not dominant, and it's not subdominant, so we know it's minor, but let's think about what supertonic means. Supertonic means the whole step above tonic, so that would be 2 chord, supertonic, okay? And dominant is the 5 from above. It's a power chord. It's a major chord, dominant, okay? Mediant, well, you know these are all going to be 2, 3, and 6, but which one is it? Mediant is halfway between tonic and dominant. It's the 3 chord. It's minor, right? Okay, and submediant is the one that's halfway between tonic and subdominant, so you go down 2 steps. So 1, 7, 6, right? It's a 6 chord right there. It's also minor in the major keys. When we use a different scale, like minor scale, these qualities will change. And that's good to know, but let's learn these ones solid first. And the last one's going to be 7, because we don't have 7. It's called leading tone, and it's diminished, right? Okay, we're going to do it one more time. If you got this, you can say, I'm done, because that's all I'm going to do is repeat this one more time. But if you're using this for practice, you can use this for practice. I'm not going to tell you what the name is right away. I'll pause just for a second, or you can pause if you want and you can decide how much space and time you need for this. So, turn over. Mediant. Mediant is a minor chord, and it means 3 chord. It's on scale degree 3. So in the key of C, that would be C, D, E. It'd be an E minor chord in the key of C. Right? Supertonic. This is the one that's a whole step above tonic, so that would be 2. Yes? And it would be minor as well. So that will be in the key of C, C, D, a D minor chord. Okay? And subdominant. This is the dominant below. You can also remember that it's just below dominant, right? That's going to be 4. And it's major because it's one of the dominant or power chords along with the tonic, right? Dominant, well, that's 5 above, right? So that's the 5 chord right there. It's also major, right? Let's just think about this in the key of C for a minute again. C, this is 4, C, D, E, F, F, major, okay? Dominant is 5, so C, D, E, F, G. By the way, if you know how to spell your triads, root third, fifth, you can get there quicker by going C, E, G. Fifth will be the dominant G chord, major chord, right? Tonic. Tonic is my 1 chord. Sits in the middle, right? Oops, that way. It's the 1 chord. All the other chords come back to it. It's so heavy and dense. It weighs a ton. Its mass is very dense, and so it absorbs gravity to everything else. It's the center. Submediant. Oh, it worked out the same. Okay, submediant is the mediant below tonic and in between tonic and subdominant. It's a minor chord. It's 6. In the key of C major, it would be, well, you can go backwards. C is 1, B is 7, A is 6, or you could quickly go like C, E, G, root third, fifth, and then 6 right there, or you can just memorize. And the last one is leading tone. Leading tone is 7. That's a half step below tonic, not a whole step, a half step below. And its job is to lead us sonically to the 1. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, right? And it's diminished. So that would be note number 7 in the C scale if we're doing C major. So it would be C, B, B, D, F. That's how you'd spell it, right? And that would be B diminished. Okay, hopefully that's useful. Play this video as many times as you want to go over that again and again, but you want to memorize these. When we do analysis, we don't say, oh, it's scale degree 1 chord, we say it's a tonic. We don't say it's scale degree 5 chord, we say it's a dominant. We say, look, supertonic likes to go to dominant, right? And if you remember the qualities of these chords, then it makes analysis so much easier, because when you look at something, if you know what key you're in and what scale, and you figure out what the root of the chord is, then you say, is this a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 chord? And as long as there's no accidentals or anything messing that up, you know the qualities. Tonic and dominant, subdominant, 1, 4, and 5, 1, 5, and 4 are major triads. 7, the leading tone, half step below, right, is diminished. And then 2, 3, and 6, right, supertonic, mediant, submediant are minor, right? Okay, I'm going to put up another video soon where we use this information and we analyze a simple piece of music.